Rex, we are the Rex. Celebrate another one a birthday bash.
Micheal,
It's your birthday today. Take it ice cream, the Sean is ready. And
Micheal,
take a good boy this year. Open up your lips while we all cheer.
Hi, Toll.
Hi, Sticky.
How are you?
I'm good. Are you ready for YIIK?
Not really.
Not really.
This is where it gets bad.
Well, I mean, but we're finally gonna find Micheal this episode.
No, we aren't. I think it might be this entire episode of me not finding Micheal.
Another episode of Dungeons and not finding our beloved Twink.
Salute, salute, salute. The new year is coming. Oh, ho, 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 ho. I don't know what I'm doing. I like this guy, though.
You like the Wine of Fortune with his grape hair?
Yeah, I really like the grape hair. I think it's a really good detail. I honestly think that the cards are some of my favorite visual aesthetics in this game.
They're all quite well designed, but not many of them can beat the cow. Great thumbnail in the last video. Excellent cow.
Was it Princess Sammy? The drinking merriment has gone to my head. Ooh, 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 ooh. I can't believe they put the digital soul vessel in this fucking hub. I've been staring at it for so long now. The digital soul vessel. It could be. I was waiting for someone to call me an idiot and be like, what if the Essentia is the digital soul vessel, which would also make sense, but I don't really know. We live for memes. Yeah, it's the usual line.
Hi, Rory. Hi, Rory. Bye, Rory.
One day you'll be king, a vessel for the Onisim man. Thump, 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 thump. You disregard the flesh, you aim for the silicone. Thoughts and experience without despair. What am I even doing?
It seems like you had a rough couple of recording sessions, honestly. I mean,
every time I come back in here, I don't know what what am I thinking right now? Am I just
There's
thinking,
gotta be something else. I'm missing something. Also, it's the most fun space to move around in the whole game. You just seem to enjoy launching yourself off of platforms.
I think it's because of all the colors. I like looking at them. Oh, look what I found.
Chandra!
Oh, I was hoping I'd see you. You know, I had the strangest dream last night. I was looking for something for my brother. My brother was older. Probably in his 30s, except he had glasses and red hair. He kind of looked like you.
Man, they lay it on pretty thick about their brother being an Alex.
They're really concerned that you aren't gonna get it.
To his body, but it couldn't be anything important that he would miss. So, I stole
Oh my god, Chris Deltarune confirmed.
You know what's weird? I feel like I've heard this story before. Why is that?
I don't know. Anyway, I took the pencil and started drawing all over the walls with it. I kept writing the same word over and over.
Objectification, objectification. Oh.
It was pantaloon.
Oh, Chandra, I don't think this was a necessary line for you.
I don't know what the pantaloon thing is about.
Anyway, my brother comes into the room and he just looks at me like he caught me naked, or at least in my pantaloons. And he starts crying. Just sobbing. I start crying too. And then I woke up. Weird dream, right?
I had a weirder dream this morning.
Anyway, I know the world's going to end. I'm going to do my best to help you.
What? How did you figure
By the way,
that
this
out?
line.
You'll figure it out. You're smart enough. You have all the
No,
clues you
I don't
need.
think I do. I don't think I do, Chandra. Why do you know?
You just...
Why are you being...
a manic pixie girl. Why do you know
Yeah, this isn't your personality.
How do you know things? Like, it does
I
feel like maybe Chandra is slightly ahead of the group on information, but...
Maybe this is why I was exceedingly grateful.
Where? What?
I thought about Micheal.
Hey, by the way, look.
He was the only one I had.
You know why I couldn't find Micheal? Because he wasn't actually there.
Yeah, I was looking at the camera shop and it was some blonde kid out front.
Seen him.
Yeah. I've thought... I don't know what that line with Chandra means. I don't get it.
Alex,
Come to the forest meadow
Why
just
does-
south of Frankton.
Why even
something I wanna
imply
talk
that
to you about.
Chandra knows more than everybody else?
I'll be right there.
Because it doesn't... Whatever. So, last night, I had a dream that I was having some kind of anime fight with a giant purple thing until eventually I started throwing Ultimas at it because I'm a Final Fantasy nerd. And then I fell in the water because we were fighting. It doesn't matter. I fell in water. I realized I was going to start drowning, but because it was in a dream, I just decided to opt out of the dream. So I immediately appeared in an office space with two people. Oh, never mind.
It's almost over. We're in the final act. And yet, here you are, not acting. Alone in a dark room. Just you and distorted photos of a childhood friend.
This is no dark room. This is my mind dungeon.
Gasp.
Tell me, how much time has passed since you first accused me of original sin?
Time isn't really something that concerns me.
It's obvious that you're me. I'm you. And I'm also a bunch of other people. That explains the various sets of memories. The theme of my life is the same. Just the circumstances are different. The thing that makes me the happiest disappears without a trace, and I try and move on. Only I can't. I can't stop thinking about how much I miss that piece. Only I can't ever put a name to it, because it fades away. I try to continue on, getting older, stuck in a loop of doom and despair. Inexplicably, reality is destroyed, yet I'm still here. In the mind dungeon. I'm at the start of the loop, the middle of it, and the end. The loop goes on. You appear. As to when in the cycle, it's impossible to say, thanks to the nature of cycles. I've used this cycle to my advantage and reflected on everything. I've cracked the case.
Michael? Michael, you're scaring me.
Michael, please tell me you'll at least keep your shirt on.
Oh, well then. Hit me with it.
Are there bubbles coming out of the candles?
You are a sort of onism yourself. You are the thing that connects me and my parallel selves. You are the culmination of all we are. My protoform.
Cool. So you're gonna turn into the camera? We're gonna have the camera in the party?
I'm not done. When you
That'd be
first
pretty
met
cool.
me, you accused me of a grave sin. You claim I invented
Better
a new
than
type of
chest hair,
suffering,
Michael.
and I finally figured out what it is I did so wrong.
Yeah, I hate chest hair, Michael. Oh. Look, it's that hallway, but it's different for Michael. And oh, he's going. Run, Michael, run. Run, don't let them get you. Oh. Look, the Onisa music. Nah. Me when I'm on Reddit.
This is what I see working in a tech office every day.
That carpet isn't like level with this whatever.
Not even centered on the door.
I created onism as a way for people who are lonely to find connection. But something twisted it. Something I didn't see coming. In my ignorance, I created a digital version of meeting your parallel self. And in doing so,
So,
I invented a
you know
new
what this
type
means,
of
Toll?
despair. I see now
What?
reality doesn't end with a
a
bang or a
majority
whimper,
of the people on
but an
Oni's
echo that
are just other
grows
Alexes.
louder.
But
Like why we couldn't figure out the pink panda thing? That's because it was just another Alex.
who
Hey,
also
Toll,
had
look.
a...
It's
No!
just generic, boring,
No!
lame, hairy Michael.
I didn't
They
want to
go-
see chest hair
They went
Michael.
through all
I've
of
been
that
looking for you
effort.
for the
They
past
went through
week.
all of that
I
build
called your
up,
house, knocked
and
on
he's
your
just
door, and no one ever
standard
answered.
hairy proto Michael, and I
It's-
hate looking at him.
It's literally
It's so
just the
trivial.
same as it always
Don't you
was.
see?
Mhm.
No, of course you don't.
I was so
wouldn't
excited
have a
for the
week ago.
idea that he would
What
turn
happened?
into like a
You
fucked
sound
up version
different.
of the
Your
camera,
voice is
or
different.
maybe he'd get like a
What's going on?
power up and summon the camera.
Alex, something has happened.
No,
to me.
he's
I am
he just
transformed.
like got really into
I've
Joe
come to
Rogan.
understand certain things.
He
I've
did a
been
bunch of
exposed to the
DMT, and
truth.
now he's
What do you
like
mean?
this.
It's the
happened?
90s. He smoked some
Something happened to
salvia,
me.
and now he's
Something
like
very
this.
startling at first, but now it's just
Hey,
incredible.
if this is all
Are you
quote
gonna
yada yada
tell me
yada,
what
it's in
happened,
Alex's
or are you
head.
just gonna keep
Alex, are
acting
you
like
so
normal?
uninventive that the
soul
only thing you
space.
could think
I
of was
met a
making it so
parallel
Michael has a
self.
weirdly
I
hairy
lived
chest?
so many lives.
And some like
I
blown
am
back
everything.
hair.
What?
Mhm.
Alex,
And now
I
he can
entered the
float
mind
around
dungeon
like he's
alone, and I
like
wandered
he's
and wandered.
that
Soon I
character from
stumbled
Star
upon a
vs.
hall
the
of
Force of
names,
Evil, the little blue
each of
one,
whose names possessed into a
Clavatrix
door.
or something.
Inside
I've
each
never
of these
watched
doors was a
Star. What
life.
are you talking
My
about?
life.
Maybe we should watch
For
Star.
9
Probably
days
should.
straight, I experienced what it was like to be my parallel
Does have heck
selves,
of poo in it
Alex.
though.
To experience a parallel life in real time is to become an oxymoron. To be something and not be something.
Honestly, most of
Both
what
at
he's
once.
babbling
I
on
am
and on,
me, but I am also her
like,
or him.
it doesn't feel like it attaches to
I
what we
have my
just saw out of
memories,
the camera
but they
room.
also
It
don't
doesn't at all
relate.
because that was
The
written
very act of
100%
experiencing
separate
parallel
from
life
this
is
scene. They're not
mind-shattering.
supposed to.
We
It's
are born.
Also,
Ah!
if he
We
didn't
immediately begin
experience
developing a
one
series of
parallel
biases
life,
and
he's the
defenses that
amalgamation
help
of
us ground
3,
our
as
lives
we
in
were
the
told.
reality that we invent for ourselves. In doing so, we lose sight of
They
the temporary nature
they
of
wrote a
life.
better narrative for
forget
Michael
everything.
and then just
We lose
skipped
track
the
of where
landing.
we
They just said,
came
"Oh, we can just
from
plug Proto Michael
and
back
only
into the
look
end
to
of
the
this. It'll make
future.
perfect sense. Nobody's gonna
I'm
care."
kinda
Using a parallel life
sleepy. Oh,
disassembles
whatever.
all physiological constraints that have been built up over the
I'll remind you,
years.
he doesn't even change in
See
battle,
life for
so
what
it
it
still
is,
just looks like
a
normal
three-sided
Michael.
box that only allows
It's
us
only
to
in
at
these
least,
fucking
at least he puts a
cutscenes.
shirt
back into
on.
our own minds where the true nature of reality exists. Do you know what the funniest part is?
What?
I know what you've come to ask me. And I know that I'll say yes, even though I always turn you down. Do you realize how many times we've had this conversation? It's like clockwork. I have a friend. This friend
Ugh.
continuously hurts another friend of ours.
Now Michael is
Soon he
turned into a
realizes his
variant
flaws,
of Vela
and
where he
soon
just
asks me to
wanks.
try and save him from self-destruction. Every
And
time
Michael
I say no,
becomes the narrative
every
mouthpiece.
time
God, Michael,
you
I'm
destroy
so
our
sorry.
reality. Maybe it took for me
You need to start
realize what not
drinking
helping a
again.
friend can do to that friend. But I'm in. Let's win this thing.
Michael, did you see how
No.
reality ends?
No. All of my lives end with you destroying everything. But I'm never there to see firsthand how you do it.
Crap. I was really hoping you knew the answer.
I'm surprised you're not alarmed by what I've told you. What have I missed while I'm away?
I think you should meet our new
It should be in my
android
butt
friend.
right now.
Alex, do you feel the air? Do you see the
No,
stars?
it's the middle of the
Their
day.
positions have changed. Did you notice the colors? Everything is wrong. This isn't what it was like. Something is wrong.
But,
Something is
like, once
broken.
again, the
Can't you see
the-
it?
Michael,
maybe one implication is that this isn't our Michael.
Maybe things feel different, but
This is a
I've never
different
feeling of
Michael
being
who's
me has
playing a little
changed.
trick on us
Can't
because
put
nothing
my
he's
finger
saying
on it,
right
but
now lines up with
something is
what
wrong.
we
You're
were
right.
hearing
Do you
out of
ever
the
remember
Michael in
things
the
wrong?
the
No,
dark room
I don't think so.
because he
What
was
does that
already
mean?
aware he's been world hopping. So why is he
Never
talking
mind.
like this?
I suppose not. Let's go back
Hey
to your
Alex, have you
house.
noticed we keep hopping worlds? It's what he should have said. Why is he talking in riddles?
As we
Hey,
walked
wait a
back to
minute.
my
I just
house,
lined up a piece of
a strange
information in
feeling
my
of
head.
nostalgia
What'd
overwhelmed
you
me.
figure out?
It was as if I hadn't seen Michael in
At
a really long
the
time.
near end of the game, you get a
As if the
call
Michael
where
I'd spent the
Michael
past year
says,
with had been broken.
"Help, I'm stuck in
And
the
now it was
mind
fixed.
dungeon."
This was the Michael I remembered. In the cooling
Hmm.
winter air.
Maybe
I
this
had a
isn't
series
our
of memories
Michael.
The
return to
false
me.
Michael.
All of them involved
Is
Michael.
this false
But
Michael?
none
Is
of
that
them
what I'm
felt
supposed to
real,
take
as if
from
I'd
this?
experienced them
Is
in a
this
far-off,
false
distant
Michael
place.
secretly Alex's dad? Is my second question.
Bring me back the baby girl. I don't want this one.
What are you doing,
It is a
Chandra?
pleasure to meet you all, although, in a way, we
I
have
wouldn't
met
lay on
many
that
times
floor. You don't know where
before,
he's
both
jerked
in the
off.
past of our parallel lives,
No,
and in
actually,
the
she's
future
looking
of our
straight at
parallel
Michael,
lives.
like she's
I am going
like
to make
she's
this
like, what the
brief.
fuck?
Starting tomorrow, we will train in the mine dungeon. It is now the 24th of November, and
Can you remember
But
the
tomorrow's
24th of
Thanksgiving!
November?
Thanksgiving tomorrow.
Yeah, and so we should start on Friday.
What about shopping on Friday? Just kidding. Seriously.
Chandra
just
remains my
kidding.
favorite
Many of my
character.
parallel lives were
Chandra's head
Canadian,
just twitched
so
momentarily.
This is somewhat a surprise to me, as I experienced Canadian Thanksgiving a few weeks ago.
But you've been in the
Alright,
fucking van
fair
for
enough.
months.
Friday will
thought.
begin.
Also confusing, but she's Canadian. Thanks.
Many of
glad
their
that-
lives were Canadian.
Take for granted.
It's-
I guess
your
the
problem.
robot hoe is
Now,
Canadian.
with
That's
the impending
nice.
Doom, I realized how silly it was to do so. And what else could be expected of me? I've lived the past 25 years knowing nothing but a series of tomorrows. In fact, I'll do that tomorrow. It become my mantra over the past 2.5 decades. Tomorrow, there may be nothing. Today.
Well, no, you know explicitly how many
this
days you
knowledge
have left,
triggered something ready to fall
dumbass.
away.
You've
It
got
was like being hungry
a big
all the
titty
time.
robot
look,
GF
look.
to keep track of it for you.
Look at me. Look at me go.
You
I got
broke.
bored.
You broke.
I finally am starting to get bored.
It's 7:05 a.m. This is the earliest.
Feels good. I was so excited to get to the mine dungeon I barely slept last night.
Impressive. Remember, you can choose to go to the mine dungeon or visit your friend. We have about a month until the new year comes, and it's hard to do both in a day. Try and spend as much time in the mine dungeon as you can.
Got it.
They talk about the mine dungeon like it's a place you train, but you literally just go in there and hand in your levels.
It makes even less sense than the mine dungeon used to be somehow.
Yeah, especially now that it's like a platformer.
Isn't going into the mine dungeon in this sequence just skipping a day?
I don't know.
1 unread email. 11 autism requests.
Yeah.
This is.
You can also
the-
choose to go out in the day or in the night so you can finally go see that drug addict.
So, I've been reading the newspaper a lot lately.
Is that why you're
Trying
floating?
to comb it for stories, little clues about what might be coming. There's something I've noticed.
Why don't you get the camera around your
Has
neck
anyone
in your
else felt
portrait,
like the
Michael?
amount of screwed up stuff
Yeah,
happening?
yeah, I'm
Proto
noticing
Michael,
the camera's
fake
still
Michael.
there, but
What do you mean?
Like, last year I swear I never heard about girls going missing, dying in water towers, people shooting up their schools. And now what? I swear, every time I catch the news, there's a new tragedy. It's like people are going out of their way to find new
Yeah.
ways to die.
When you experienced your parallel lives, was
Did you
there any
notice that,
indication that it's just this
Vela
reality
and
that's
Ascension's
like
head
that?
moves at the same
Hmm.
time?
Yeah.
That's a good question.
Kind of unsettling. Actually, so does
That is
Chandra's.
a very interesting question to ask, Alex. I am afraid that even I, a being who is aware of all of my parallel lives
Hey, how
at
many of your
once,
parallel lives are
cannot
currently
answer
getting
the
railed?
defining core mechanics of each reality is
Are you ready
How
for
many
the
of them
very
are like
specific
hitting a
number
really
of
big
that
one?
answer?
How many of them are currently on the Joe Rogan podcast?
My life is
Oh, that can't be more than one.
compared to my life as Yuzu are so starkly different.
So you're saying there are multiple realities? Also, you're a robot?
In that reality, families were not close.
Can a robot do
Whereas in Yuzu's
DMT?
reality, people lived with their
Yeah, I thought I
families
saw
and
my
never
other
moved
self when I was
apart.
doing
People who did not
DMT, and
speak
it
with
told
their
me I should
families
support
were
the
considered to be
president.
outcasts.
Great. So do you think things are getting worse?
I believe things are always as they've been. Only you are just now old enough to notice how harsh reality can
That's
be.
probably accurate. So all we
A
can
whole
do is
day.
sit around and hang out, and that's
whole
just the day.
Oh god, are there really 30 distinct like hanging out dialogues?
No, there's like 5 and then you run out. I only did a couple and then I started dicking around to do quests. The more I think about it, the more I'm getting the feeling I'm wasting my fucking time because doing all the quests isn't gonna like get me anything. Nothing special is gonna happen. It's genuinely just a kind of a waste of time. It feels like this is a second idea they had for a different game and then they got sleepy. and then woke up and went, wait, this is a terrible fucking idea. Let's just staple it on at the end. Honestly, this whole... I really dislike this whole part of the game. You've qualified through the E-Worm sweepstakes. All you ask, you bring us 3 items to prove you already claim who you are. A pipe valve, a concert ticket, and a hotel key card. Once you have all 3, head to the KNN building and get your secret ending that... Do I care about? Probably not. If you give a shit about that, just look it up. I don't know if I give a shit anymore.
It's a shame.
All these quests to do.
It's a shame that the Allenson brother drained all of the life out of this game with one Q&A video.
Yeah, he certainly made me a little demotivated, but there is an entire second half of the game waiting for us in New Game Plus, right, Tol?
Oh god, New Game Plus!
We have to do all of this over again, except the enemies are harder, and Alex's hair is blonde. He turned into Jeffrey.
He turns into Ari and Alex.
Ari and Alex.
I don't know if I want to play with Ari and Alex. He's scary.
He's scary, like Ari and Steven Universe.
Don't say that.
You don't like Ari and Steven Universe?
No, I don't like Ari and Steven Universe.
You don't like that 4chan psyop that proved that Tumblerinos are not very authentic as people?
Man, you sure say a lot of words that I don't care about, no.
I could explain the story, but it really doesn't prove anything. Just that a lot of people's performative hate or support for things is largely based on if you're on my side or not. Alright, I still won't be finding Gob in this one. The next one, I will 100% go look at Gob.
That's such a fucking shame you're saying it, because you're writing it down on a note right now, because you have to go record the next one. You're definitely gonna actually go talk to the cat.
Uh-huh. I gotta talk to Gobby Smobby, and I got to do all of the story events, and then probably get sleepy and just skip to the end.
What the
Yeah, this is just a side quest. Nothing interesting is gonna
Welcome
happen.
back to the party, normal Michael. Pull out your gun.
Yeah, it's just standard Mike. They didn't even give him like a unique change. I was like, oh, did he get a new skill? No.
And did they change his hair model and he just put a shirt on? No.
No.
He's still got that dead-eyed Michael stare. It's so disappointing. Well, I have to...
Probably find something to talk about because this is not going to be very interesting.
And then I just got more dungeons and quests to do this game.
I will admit that this is more enjoyable now that the combat is improved and I get to have fun in the moment, but watching it back, I've been watching this combat for too long.
My
camera.
I cannot imagine what this part of the game was actually like to play with the original combat system and the memory leak.
Oh, it was terrible, but most people at this point had started to exploit the LP toss glitch so that they could just endlessly shit can all of the enemies in 1 to 2 rounds. So they weren't even like authentically playing the game.
I wouldn't want to authentically play the game at this point. It's a bit much. But you know, original YIIK was perfect. Goat eye.
And yeah,
Why
I don't know
does
why
Claudio have
anyone
goat
would give a
eyes?
fuck about playing like the old version. It was so lame. There's like a million different... In case you're someone who has somehow stumbled into this and never seen the original combat, there's like so many layers of it being bad that it's difficult to even point at all of them. Like as an example, the way that the combat played, there was a bar at the bottom of the screen that would have like dialogue lines and little jokes, like Undertale or whatever. But because it was so scuffed, it would go so fast that you wouldn't be able to read any of them. So it was just constantly this endless fucking smear. And some of the mini games didn't make any sense, like Michael's camera one, where you took pictures and then a generic floating 3D CGI head would make different expressions, and which expression would give a different debuff, but you had to keep using it to figure out which of the debuffs was what, and most of them didn't matter because you'd rather just kill them. So, yeah.
That combat system didn't have enough dignity for anybody to care about debuffs. You just wanted to get out, and LP toss is the way out.
Well, sorry, I was eating a donut.
Why?
I'm hungry. So, as a basic rundown for people who wouldn't know this, when you talk about RPG combat, it's typically always a race to get through as quickly as possible, and debuffs are only useful in situations where A, an enemy is extremely dangerous and that debuff is between you and dying, a la attack downs in SMT, stuns are also a good one in SMT. B, the enemy is immune or heavily resistant to standard lines of play, a la I'm just gonna blast the fuck out of you. Well, I can't. Well, I'll poison your ass. Or maybe poison weakens their defensive stats so you can blast them. Or C, those debuffs provide some extra benefit. Like, if you debuff this enemy, it'll drop something special, or it will buy time for you to use a thief type character to steal items, or whatever. None of that was true for YIIK. There was no value in doing anything. The economy was completely cooked, so there was no value in engaging with it. And because of that, is Gob here? Gob here. This is important to me. Gob? Gob? Is Gob there? Oh, Gob is there. Kitty is there. Good. And more importantly, because the combat was really fucking long, wasting 7 to 8 seconds for Micheal to go, say cheese, and then you have to stare at the face and shuffle through them randomly and pray to God, you end up getting like, I don't know, a fucking like a stun, when you could just hit them. You're not gonna fucking do it, you're just gonna hit them. In this case, there's probably some value in some of the debuffs, but I haven't been using them because I'm just looking to kill things as quickly as fucking possible.
And also, this combat system actually leaves room for multiple playstyles and options for getting through it and solutions to problems instead of
yeah, maybe there's value in stat swapping or whatever.
I could see there being a lot of value in sucking all of the speed out of an enemy.
Mm-hmm. I partially wanted to come here because I wanted to see how the sky would change at night. And hey, look, we have to fight the samurai ninja shit rats. And we got to do it 4 times, by the way.
I think
that's the quest.
You have to fight the 4. Oh, God, no, I don't want to look. I don't want to think about that. I'm instead going to talk about the cassette beast, the combat system in that game, in which using particular abilities would change the state of the monsters and change how you defeated them.
You could apply a debuff that would also turn a monster into, say, plastic type, which you could then abuse by using fire attacks or whatever.
Yes, you could plastic things, then you burn them and they turn into poison, and then poison would be easier to kill. Man, that was a fun system. With the
really
recommendation of the episode, go play Cassette Beast.
Yeah, play Cassette Beast. It's a good game. I like a lot about it. It's gotten a couple good updates. It's a lot of fun to play. It has a mediocre form of online that is fine. It's not amazing, but it's fine.
Even just the single player experience is engaging. And there's a lot of fun NPCs.
It's just fun to play. I think Essentia with the glasses is super cute, by the way.
She is very cute.
By the way, welcome to double gun play style, where I'm just here. Alex just exists to make Micheal and Ascend just shoot people.
And a barrier.
He's their backup dancer.
Yeah, I honestly didn't need to put Panda down. I don't know why I did that. I think I was more paranoid than I needed to be.
I mean, you had a harder time with these samurai turtles in your first run through the sewer dungeon. But we're much cooler now. And you know, I like having Panda out.
To be fair, these guys have like 200 HP and bullshit. Heal.
I hate it. That haunts me. I hear it in my sleep.
Heal.
I walk past a water fountain in work and I go, heal.
You remember when he lied to you? He fucking lied to you, bro. I don't know what that means. It said junction self. What did she say? Oh, I am a dumb incel ghost? Oh no, I guess I gotta go. Hey, I'll tell you the location of my delicious treasure. It's in that thing on the left there. You know that thing I stole by accident? Yeah, so the very treasure...
You stole from that ghost!
I already took it, and more importantly, there's no value in me. So that quest was A, completely worthless to do because I just stole it. And B, I don't even know what you do with the treasure. So
You simply already RPG'd your way into there because you're an RPG player.
Yeah, I don't know what you do with the treasure. You can't sell it. It's not worth anything.
Okay, who turned the disco ball on?
It's because Alex, that's his casting animation for some reason. Oh! Stop welling me, you fuckers.
Yet again, your biggest problem is the goddamn whale and the fucking baby. I hate that baby so much.
Well, the baby is my defense card. It's because it gives me more money or something.
Essentia, kill. Aww.
Kill Essentia.
Well, we could talk about V Rising. Another very fun game.
Fun. It's a good little not really twin stick, but mostly a twin stick style, like, survival ARPG where you're a vampire. It's fun. You stopped playing it with me because you hated it, but I love it.
I think it's a fine game. I die a lot. I just die a lot.
Yeah, you gotta get good.
You always say that I gotta get good, and then you bite me when I'm bad.
Yeah, that's because I'm attempting to gently lead you to being good. Bite, bite, bite.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. I guess that's one definition of being gentle and a teacher.
Bite, bite, bite.
As listener, you may see as a trend in this. I am not a gamer.
Yes, you are. You beat Lords of the Fallen, which is to say you watched me beat Lords of the Fallen.
I watched you beat Lords of the Fallen while I was dead on the floor during the very strange during the very strange Dishonored 2 ending sequence for some reason.
No, that wasn't the real final boss. That boss sucked. I'm talking about the Sundered Monarch. That was the real final boss.
Yeah, that's when I was on the floor the entire time. That thing was
you went down as I was dancing around with 10 HP and was able to net us a win despite the fact that I was at any moment about to die. And then I turned around and realized that one of the attacks that I was dodging had killed you.
Yeah, that's how a lot of the boss fights went in Lords of the Fallen, so I'm still not a gamer.
Don't worry, when you lose Mario Party 3 in a few days and you have to beat Dark Souls 1, that'll get you.
Yeah, that'll teach me.
I won't be there to help you, I'll just be watching.
You'll just be watching. Oh, God. But can't I just maybe play Lords of the Fallen on my own instead of Dark Souls, instead of the Souls?
No. Why would you want to play Lords of the Fallen over Dark Souls 1?
I don't know.
Stop wanting to play the Bigot game, Toll.
But my hands know the Bigot game better.
Toll, it's literally the same as Dark Souls 2. You'll be fine.
I've somehow managed to roll into all of the mellow music for these fights as well. I think there's only one good one.
Yeah, unfortunately, probably like 80% of this fucking Let's Play episode's gonna be cut. Do we have more YIIK? We might need to record another one so I can congeal us into a full episode.
You have to play more YIIK. This is the end of what you've given me.
But is there more? Let me look.
Oh no. Oh no, YIIK deficit.
No, this is the last of YIIK, so
You just
I
really
guess this will
didn't
be
want...
a short episode.
Yeah, sorry, you just really didn't want to do the month thing, huh?
Yeah. Ugh. I really can't get over how uninteresting this is, especially because the main selling points of YIIK are A, its visual elements, B, what? Leveling up in the mine dungeon
that's
will now
so
cost you a whole day.
That's so bad!
So if I
How
hit
did they
this level
scale
up
this
button,
wrong?
so I have 1,000 XP. So I have 10 levels to spend, but there's only 35 days left.
Why are they punishing you for doing what they want? Why does it take an entire day to level up? That is 5 seconds of in-game time at any other part in the narrative.
Yeah, and now they're like, oops.
You're not even allowed to, like, level up and then run around in the mine dungeon anymore. You just go back to bed.
Mm-hmm. You level up once and then you get tired.
You get tired. Hi, Joe Costa.
Why does it say calendar 1 on the side like it's a resource?
That had a different number the last time you were in here. That's a glitch.
It's the pinnacle of this game and its terrible design choices that are being made with no consistent logic. Like, what value... Fuck's sake. What value does this serve? Anything. It's just it also means that in order to spend all of this XP, I am going to have to come back in here over and over and over again, level up once, then have to immediately come back in and do it again 10 times in a row. Like, it could just skip the day and then let me go back, but instead it's just gonna eat time. Like,
you should be able to spend all of your XP in one go and then go talk to everyone again, and that would be one day.
Yeah, this is one of the complaints about the Persona series is that it splits the day into some fairly small chunks where you have your school part, then you have the afternoon, then you have the evening, and then you if you didn't spend your evening, you instead, what am I even doing? You instead go into some form of dungeon, either the Tartarus or whatever the hell it was called, or Persona 5 or whatever. And that while this is fine, it honestly does make it kind of feel like there's a, how do I put this? There is a time gap where things are too speedy. It doesn't feel right. It feels a little loosey-goosey. So having that and then deciding, you know what, let's make it even more extreme. So if you press the level up button, your day is just fucking gone. Why? This is what I think brings together to Snake Rar's original opinion that this game hates you. Because it doesn't even make sense. What value does this serve? Anything? And the answer is, I don't fucking know. By the way, no, I don't know what I'm doing.
I have not personally played the Persona games. I've seen some of Persona 3 as you have played it. But at least the timing system there is integrated throughout the entire game. You're doing it consistently. You're familiar with it by the time that the 30-day limit comes around.
Yeah, to be fair though, there are examples of the game stealing days from you. Persona 5 does it all over the place. Where it's like, yeah, you got till then, and then a month just vanishes, and you go, what?
Yeah.
Something that just occurred to me. Ultima Alex appears to be wearing the digital soul vessel like armor. So it's the exact same pauldrons. Oh, hey, look, I fed her some blood bags, and that skipped the day, by the way.
All of December 1st, right there. Oh, look, it's an event. An event is occurring.
Top secret. And a book with no labeling.
Because she's smart.
And this little guy, for some reason.
The shop pet. Come on. Our beloved shop pet.
Kisage X is so funny. He has such.
I can't get over
lots
the
of
eye
ideas.
clip
He makes
thing.
nightmares that feel like fairy tales. The story is a tragedy, but filled with heart. I've read it 3 times, and it still makes me laugh and gasp. I still do not understand the ending. Does the
Haha, they're
heroine fix
talking
her
about
brother's
YIIK.
mistakes, or was she just a victim of them?
Oscar! You just reminded me. I wanted to say something, and I completely forgot. I've been searching for the words, and it finally came to me. Life feels like we stepped into a nightmare. We saw something really weird, and we can't physically bring ourselves to
Chandra,
talk about
your
it.
face. Are you okay?
That's
They needed the
exactly why
shot
we
for
have
the
to keep
trailer.
checking Onism. That's what led us to Alex. That's what led us to the record. I don't know why, but it all feels connected to something. Something much bigger.
That's a good
Brings
shot,
out the
but
worst
seriously,
in me.
her eyes being clipped
The
like that,
worst
it's
in
so
me?
fucking annoying.
What's that supposed to mean?
Look, I like Vela. Micheal. Rory.
That was a really long pause for Rory.
Dolly.
You say
Panda?
Panda? Yeah!
Mhm.
They're really great. But I don't like how you are
By
with
the way,
Alex.
this breaks a lot of people's beliefs
Claudio,
that Panda
how many times
is
have you checked
just
that
in Alex's
creepy
head
website
because
since you
apparently
met
she can hear
Alex?
Panda.
He
You're
likes
on
him
it
more than
all
Alex.
the time. He's a weirdo. He's so obsessed with that poor girl. Doesn't that make you sad?
Yeah. Yeah, it does. But I get it.
I don't want his optimism about finding Semi Park rubbing off on you.
All work and no play makes
I
Ack
think
a
it's
dull
time
boy.
you take a break. This script has broken your mind.
Wow, what a cute little cut joke.
Oh,
Oh,
my.
what, they're gonna put it on
I'm so
screen
sorry.
for 15 to 20
I wasn't paying
seconds?
attention. I
Just
was
right
so
in your
lost
fucking
Kisage
line of
X
view,
and
just
his
in case you
beautiful
didn't read it.
screenplay
Hey,
that
did you
I
see the
forgot to pay
joke?
attention to the real world around me. I'm sorry. You've been very wonderful host, and I've just spent all my time reading and rereading.
You're
the
better off
script.
rereading the script,
That's
Asuka. You don't want anything to do with what's
I
going
wish
on.
I had something I could escape into. I wish I had an Onism to make me not think about the real world a little bit. The thing is, Onism isn't a fairy tale. It's not a Kisage X masterpiece. It's a place for sad obsessions. No one will ever find those missing people. They're gone. Getting lost in that is very different from getting lost in a Kisage X film.
You gotta believe.
I don't know,
So
Claudio,
what makes
you
him
make a
think
good
he
point.
Can find her? What makes him think this whole thing isn't some big internet hoax?
Well, I mean, he said she's in the paper. Vela knew about her too.
It just makes me sad. The way everyone is fixated on questions that don't have answers.
By the way, gently playing in the background.
Yeah, but is that how
It's
to
it's the
how to
dad
ask your enemy?
speech.
Oh.
I don't know what the fuck you just said, but that's so clearly wrong. Are you deaf?
No, I'm just dumb. I am trying to think if there is any value in actually doing the quests in this month as they appear, or if
Oh
we should.
no, they all appear at once, and they're just literally a bunch of stupid ass. Oh look, by the way, this guy says he'll give us like a billion D cards if we give him all of the Pogs. Oh, he also wants... Wait, no, he wants the buried treasure. Really, I'm looking for buried treasure because I want to be a pirate.
The buried treasure we got from...
station.
The
buried...
apparently... Yeah.
Is this going to be a stupid trading quest line? Oh, God, I guess I have to do that. Can't I just, like, talk about Dungeon Meshi and then suddenly we're at the end boss?
I would love to talk about Dungeon Meshi and then be at the end boss. That's a much better experience.
Walking by Gob again. Can't believe I keep missing Gob. Pizza pasta.
We just have to go and talk to Gob, and then we can skip the rest of the month, and then we can talk about Dungeon Meshi. I think that sounds like a fun YIIK Let's Play.
Yeah, well, I gotta record more, unfortunately, so that'll be on the list. Alas. I just want to keep playing Rogue Trader.
I mean, Rogue Trader's really hooked you.
Mm-hmm. We need something that's more related to YIIK to talk about, though, than fucking Rogue Trader. What am I even doing?
It seems like you're trying to re-equip the party.
Yeah, I want to be like a gamer and be prepared for a boss I know will auto-fail us because I doubt they've changed that much.
Yeah, I don't trust them to have actually changed the major plot points. They haven't done any of that.
It's also, like, really, really shitty.
It also feels like we should be getting another Allison section soon, right? It's been a while.
I don't know. I don't know if we'll see another one until the stupid month thing is over, but maybe it'll be like halfway through. They'll just surprise us. Am I going to buy the Pog? I'm definitely not going to complete the Pog quest because I didn't find all the Pogs, and I'm not going to. I don't even think the Pog quest leads... Maybe there's like a record that's just a big Pog or something? I don't know.
But would that be better than the Ultima LP Legend? I don't think so.
No. I mean, it wouldn't look cooler.
A secret Pog ending.
Buy a bunch of Nike clothes.
I wonder if the way the menu is changed is influenced by, was it in the Running Shine video that talks about how poorly the old...
Yeah, he complained about how it was terrible and they could do almost exactly what they did here. It's what makes me wonder how much of... But that's what makes me wonder how much of the YIIK Let's Play review for Running Shine he actually watched.
Watched, internalized, understood.
I don't know. 200 fucking speed is real strong. I think. It sounds big. For all I know, it could just be boosting by like 2 seconds. I don't know.
Even all of the side dungeons, they only really gave you more cards to work with. They didn't give you gear. Gear doesn't seem to be that important.
And I was pretty autistic about getting every chest I saw, so I have no idea.
Yeah. I mean, even all of the side dungeons, they only really gave you more cards to work with. They didn't give you gear. Gear doesn't seem to be that important.
Well, yeah, once in a while it would give me like that shitty ski parka or something, but they were all such mediocre changes in stats. And like, I don't know what the difference between +0 luck and +26 luck is. What is, if that's boosting crit chance, what is the percentage of crit chance changing by 26? Is it 26%? Or is it like 3%? How much is 1 point of luck? I don't know. There's no way to tell. And maybe someone's done like the math or could have pulled the code open or something and realized, but I don't know. I've yet to figure it out.
And even especially with the way that combat is structured, having a higher speed means a lot, especially by 200.
It seems to matter a lot considering the other gear was boosting it by like 10.
Yeah, or even had negatives in the single and double digit. I think this is the only instance of a triple digit bonus to any of the stats.
That's all in what I've seen. I don't know. It seems like the best armor. I'm gonna assume it is. For all I know, the joke is that it doesn't actually boost your speed and it's like a trick or something.
I mean, the joke that I would expect from something called the Emperor's Clothes is that it's not actually clothes, but they don't seem to be going with that option. It's just literal.
Well, yeah, also, like, importantly, there is no clothes. It's not like putting on the ski parka actually puts an outfit on, so.
I think that could be fun, but clearly not a priority they had in this game. They wanted the characters to look as designed. That's fair.
No, I don't see. That doesn't need to change. I mean, it would be, as I said, it'd be nice if I could change Alex's T-shirt.
It's just something that happens at some point in the game. It can go in and change into a normal black T-shirt.
I mean, I would hope for an ability to get Claudio's stupid anime gamer shirt.
Oh, that would have been so good. It's a sign that you and Claudio are friends now. He gives you a funny anime shirt.
There should have probably been more S-Link style stuff. If they were going to take anything from Persona, they should take S-Link.
Oh, definitely. It feels like they intend for that to be a thing. 'Cause it's like, oh, Claudio cares so much about Alex, and he changes so much around him, as seen in that cutscene we were just in.
Yeah,
but
it mostly just seems like it was the deepening of obsession.
yeah, and even then, how much time have these people actually spent together, and how much of it was
4 to
real?
6 months is how long they've known each other. How much time they've spent, I don't know. Don't, Alex.
No,
Alex,
no,
what are you doing?
no, I don't want to look at you.
No.